If you, my friend, are blessed with chronically tight calves, you're gonna want a few ways to roll through that tissue. So the first way is with a foam roller, okay? Ideally a little bit of a stiffer foam roller. We're picking one calf at a time, and we're gonna roll side to side, and I'm gonna be flexing, extending that ankle as I do so, okay? We wanna keep the tissue fairly relaxed, and I wanna breathe through this. I want this to be uncomfortable, but bearable is the goal for any rolling technique, okay? The other technique we want to know how to do and variate from the foam roller fairly often is lacrosse ball or road hockey ball up on a block. I'm going to get the leg positioned right on top of that block, and I'm going to be flexing, extending, same idea. What the ball allows me to do is get a little bit deeper than the superficial gastroc muscle and into that soleus a little bit easier. So we want to spend a little bit more time closer to the bottom of the calf with this technique as opposed to up high and behind the knee like we would with the foam roller, potentially. In addition to rolling, we want to know how to stretch these muscles, right? So the gastroc, we can do, one of my favorites is in this high plank position. We're going to push that heel down and feel that stretch right through from the back of the knee right down to just above the Achilles tendon. Okay, this should be a really obvious stretch to feel. My knee is straight. I can adjust this stretch by lowering my hips closer to the ground or by pushing my hips a little higher to the ceiling. Okay? And then the other important muscle to know about in your calf is the soleus, which starts quite a bit lower than your gastroc, and we need a bent knee in order to stretch this one. So either on the ground or up on a stool, we want to keep the heel firmly planted to the ground, and I'm going to push that knee ahead of my toes. What I'm looking for here is a stretch at the back of the Achilles tendon here. So lower down the calf is where we're going to feel this stretch. It's a little bit more dull than the gastroc, so it's not going to be a super obvious stretch. And while I'm doing this, I don't want to just stretch in one direction all the time, right? Just like any stretch, we want to create a little bit of different angles through that stretch and make sure we get the entirety of that tissue lengthened out.